The courtroom laughed when a 6-year-old boy stood up and screamed at the judge. But nobody knew what his mother had already survived just to stand in that room. Mari Coleman was a black single mother accused of assault by the most powerful man in town. A man who smiled while he lied, who owned buildings and bought silence. She'd done nothing but pull her hand free when he grabbed her wrist. But in a system built on belief, his word carried weight, hers never would. What they didn't know was that the truth was hiding in a place no one thought to look. And when it surfaced, the entire town would have to choose between the comfortable lie and the woman they tried to erase. Subscribe right now and tell me where you're watching from, because this story doesn't end the way they wanted it to. Mari woke before the alarm. The knot in her stomach had been there since last night. It pulled tighter each time she thought about today. She got out of bed quietly. Eli was still asleep in the next room. She could hear his soft breathing through the thin wall. Mari moved to the kitchen and pulled out bread and peanut butter. Her hands shook as she spread the sandwich. "You're being ridiculous," she whispered to herself. But she wasn't. Mari felt scared. The courthouse was waiting. Calvin Rourke was waiting. The whole town was waiting to see her explain something she hadn't done. Eli appeared in the doorway, his hair stuck up on one side. His eyes found hers immediately. "Morning, baby," Mari said. "You okay, Mama?" Eli asked. His voice was small. He always knew when something was wrong. Mari felt guilty for making him worry. "I'm fine," Mari said. "Come eat breakfast." She zipped his backpack after he finished. The sound was too loud in the quiet morning. "We're going downtown today," she said. "Remember? I told you about it." "The courthouse," Eli said. "Yes." "Why do we have to go there?" Mari's throat tightened. She didn't know how to explain this to a 6-year-old. She didn't know how to explain it to herself. "Someone said I did something I didn't do," she said, "so we have to go talk to a judge." "What did they say you did?" Eli asked. "It doesn't matter," Mari said. "Because I didn't do it." At the bus stop, Mrs. Chen smiled. It was the kind of smile that didn't reach her eyes, the kind that measured more than it welcomed. "Morning, Marcia," she said. "Morning," Mari said. Mr. Patterson nodded from across the street. His expression was careful, neutral. Mari felt weighed. She felt judged before the trial even started. The bus arrived. Mari and Eli climbed on. He squeezed her hand so tightly, her fingers went numb. "Mama, you're shaking," Eli whispered. "I know, baby," she said. "I know." The bus moved through familiar streets. Every block brought them closer. Mari's chest tightened. She stared out the window. The town looked the same, but it felt different now. It felt as though the town had already decided who she was. Shh. 3 days earlier, Calvin Rourke walked into Mari's workplace. He owned half the buildings downtown. Everyone knew his name. Everyone respected it. Everyone except Mari. "Morning, sweetheart," he said. Mari was sorting inventory near the back counter. She looked up. Calvin stood too close. His cologne was strong. It made her throat tighten. "Good morning, Mr. Rourke," she said. Her voice was steady, professional, the way she'd learned to be. "How's business?" Calvin asked. He leaned against the counter. His hand rested inches from hers. Mari stepped back. Calvin stepped forward. "Fine," Mari said. "You're always so serious," he said. "You should smile more." Mari felt angry. She swallowed it down. Anger was a luxury she couldn't afford. "Is there something I can help you with?" she asked. Calvin laughed. His hand touched her arm. Mari pulled away. "Just being friendly," he said. "I appreciate that," Mari said, "but I need to finish this inventory." She turned toward the shelves. Calvin caught her wrist. His grip was firm, not painful, but firm enough to make his point. "Don't be rude," he said. Something shifted in his expression. The friendly mask slipped. Mari saw what was underneath. Control, entitlement, the assumption that she owed him something. Mari yanked her hand free. Calvin stumbled. He caught himself on the counter. His face flushed red. "Are you serious right now?" he said. His voice was loud. Heads turned. Other employees looked over. Mari felt exposed. "You grabbed me," she said. "I barely touched you," Calvin said. "You're overreacting." He straightened his jacket, smoothed his hair. The performance was starting. Mari could see it happening. "I think you should leave," she said. Calvin walked to the door. He turned back. His eyes were cold. "You're going to regret that," he said. The door closed. Mari's hand shook. Her heart pounded. Her supervisor appeared from his office. "My office," he said. "Now." Mari sat in the manager's office. Her supervisor, Mr. Graham, leaned back in his chair. His expression was disappointed. The kind of disappointment that had already made up its mind. "Calvin Rourke just called," he said. Mari felt her stomach drop. "That was fast. Too fast." "He said you attacked him," Graham said. "That's not true," Mari said. "He grabbed my wrist. I pulled away. That's all." Graham sighed. He rubbed his temples. The gesture said this was inconvenient for him. Mari felt invisible. "Mari, I need you to understand something," he said. "Calvin is an important client." "I understand that," Mari said. "But he put his hands on me." "He says you were aggressive," Graham said. "I wasn't," Mari said. Her voice was calm. She kept it calm. Raising her voice would only prove their point. "Two other employees saw the interaction," Graham said. "They said you raised your voice." "After he grabbed me," Mari said. "Yes, I told him to leave." Graham looked at his desk, not at her, never at her. "I'm putting a warning in your file," he said. Mari's breath caught. She felt betrayed, dismissed, erased. "A warning for what?" she asked. "For defending myself?" "For unprofessional conduct," Graham said. The words landed cold, clinical, as though the truth didn't matter. Only the version that kept Calvin happy. "Is there security footage?" Mari asked. "Of what happened?" Graham shifted in his seat. Something changed in his eyes. "I'll look into it," he said, but his voice was evasive. Mari knew that tone. She'd heard it before. "May I go?" she asked. "Yes," Graham said. "And Mari, keep your distance from Calvin Rourke." Mari stood. Her legs felt weak. The office felt smaller than before. The air felt thicker. Outside, the other employees looked away. No one met her eyes. Mari walked to the break room. She sat down. She tried to breathe. After her shift, Eli waited on the curb. He had walked from school. His backpack was too big for him. He looked small and patient. "Hey, Mama," he said. Mari hugged him. She tried not to cry. She failed. That evening, someone knocked on Mari's door. It was loud, official, the kind of knock that changed things. Eli looked up from his homework. His eyes were wide. His pencil froze mid-word. "Stay here," Mari said. She opened the door. A police officer stood there. His face was neutral, professional. Mari felt her heart race. "Marcia Coleman?" he asked. "Yes," Mari said. "I need to speak with you," he said. Eli appeared behind Mari. He grabbed her leg. His small hands gripped tight. "It's okay, baby," Mari said. But it wasn't okay. She felt terrified. The officer pulled out a paper. "Calvin Rourke has filed a complaint," he said. "He's claiming you assaulted him." Mari's chest tightened. The world tilted. She grabbed the doorframe. "That's not true," she said. "He grabbed me. I pulled away." "You'll need to appear in court," the officer said. He handed her the paper. Mari's hands shook as she took it. The words blurred. "When?" she asked. "Next week," he said. "The date's on the form. Bring identification." "What if I don't come?" Mari asked. The officer's expression didn't change. "Then a warrant will be issued," he said. "You'll be arrested." The words hung in the air. Cold. Final. "Do you understand?" he asked. "Yes." Mari said. The officer left. Mari closed the door. Her hands were still shaking. Across the street, curtains moved. Mrs. Chen was watching. Mr. Patterson was watching. Everyone was watching. Mari sat at the kitchen table. Eli climbed into her lap. He was too big for it now. But he fit anyway. "What's wrong, Mama?" he asked. "Nothing, baby," she lied. But something shifted in her expression. Fear, anger, helplessness. Eli saw it. He always saw it. That night, after Eli fell asleep, Mari stared at the court date. The paper sat on the table. It looked ominous. It looked final. It looked the way a storm forecast looks when you have nowhere to hide. So, the next morning, Mari called legal aid. The receptionist sounded tired. She put Mari on hold. Elevator music played for 7 minutes. "Public Defender's Office," a man's voice said finally. "My name is Marcia Coleman," Mari said. "I have a court date next week." "What's the charge?" he asked. "Assault," Mari said. The word felt wrong in her mouth. Foreign. Shameful. "Did you do it?" he asked. "No," Mari said. The silence stretched between them. Mari heard typing, papers rustling. "I'm Mateo Reyes," he said. "I'll be your attorney." "Thank you," Mari said. "Don't thank me yet," he said. "Can you meet today?" They met at a coffee shop downtown. Reyes looked younger than Mari expected. His tie was loose. His briefcase was worn. He ordered black coffee and didn't touch it. "Tell me what happened," he said. Mari told him. Every detail. Calvin's hand on her arm. His grip on her wrist. The way he stumbled when she pulled free. Reyes listened. He took notes. "Do you have any prior incidents?" he asked. Mari flinched. The question implied she was the kind of person who had incidents. The kind of person who needed a file. "No," she said. "Good," Reyes said. "That helps." "Does it?" Mary asked. Her voice was bitter. She couldn't help it. Reyes looked at her. Really looked. His eyes found hers. "I'll do what I can," he said. Mary heard the limits inside those words. What he could do might not be enough. "What about witnesses?" she asked. There were other people there. "Did any of them see what happened?" Reyes asked. "They saw him stumble," Mary said. "They heard him yell." "But did they see him grab you first?" Reyes asked. Mary thought back. The counter had blocked their view. Calvin had positioned himself that way. On purpose. "No," she said. Reyes nodded. He didn't look surprised. "What about security cameras?" he asked. "I asked my supervisor," Mary said. "He said he'd look into it, but I don't think he will." "Why not?" Reyes asked. "Because Calvin owns the building," Mari said. Reyes put down his pen. Something shifted in his expression. Understanding, resignation. "I'll file a request for the footage," he said. "Officially." "Will that help?" Mari asked. "Maybe," Reyes said. Mari walked home alone. The sun was setting. The streets felt colder than before. She realized she was walking into a fight she couldn't win. But she had to try. For Eli, for herself. For the truth that nobody seemed to want. On the morning of the hearing, Mari woke early. She ironed her best dress. Black. Conservative. The kind of dress that said she was trying. Respectable. Harmless. Eli wore his church clothes. He looked small in them. Formal. Too serious for 6 years old. "Do I have to go?" he asked. "Yes," Mary said. "I can't leave you alone." "What if they're mean to you?" he asked. Mary's throat tightened. She knelt down. She looked into his eyes. "Then you stay quiet," she said. "You sit still. You don't say anything, okay?" Eli nodded, but his jaw was set, stubborn, just the way hers got. At the courthouse, security searched Mary twice. They waved others through, white families, well-dressed men. But Mary got searched twice. She swallowed her anger. She smiled. She said thank you. Eli squeezed her hand so tightly, her fingers went numb. Inside, the building was all marble and portraits. Past judges stared down from frames. Stern faces, white faces. Men who had decided the fates of people the way Mary decided what to make for dinner. In the hallway, Calvin's laugh floated above conversations. Easy, welcomed. He stood with his attorney, a man in an expensive suit. Calvin saw Mari. He smiled. It wasn't friendly. Reyes appeared. His suit was wrinkled. His tie was crooked. "Ready?" he asked. No, Mari said. Me neither, Reyes said. They entered the courtroom. It was smaller than Mari expected, colder. The wood was dark. The American flag hung limp in the corner. Mari sat at the defense table. Eli sat behind her. She could feel his eyes on her back. The bailiff entered, a large man with a rigid expression. "All rise," he called. Everyone stood. A door opened. Judge Lenora Vale rolled in. Her wheelchair moved with practiced grace. Her face was composed, unreadable. Mari felt something shift. Hope? Fear? She wasn't sure. The judge wore her authority quietly. Not loud, not performative, just present. "Be seated," Judge Vale said. Everyone sat. The room felt like it was holding its breath. Mari's hands shook. She clasped them together. She tried to look calm. Every seat felt occupied with judgment. Every face looked ready to decide who she was before she even spoke. The prosecutor stood. His name was Harrison. He looked comfortable, confident, the kind of man who never questioned whether a room would listen to him. "Your Honor," he said, "this is a simple case. Mr. Calvin Rourke was assaulted by the defendant, Marcia Coleman, at her place of employment." Mari's stomach twisted. The word defendant made her feel small, criminal. "Mr. Rourke is a respected member of this community," Harrison said, "a business owner, a philanthropist. He was simply conducting business when Miss Coleman became aggressive." Reyes started to stand. Judge Vale held up one hand. "Continue," she said. Harrison smiled. He called Calvin to testify. Calvin stood. He walked to the witness stand. He placed his hand on the Bible. "Do you swear to tell the truth?" the clerk asked. "I do," Calvin said. His voice was smooth, sincere. The performance was flawless. "Tell us what happened, Mr. Rourke," Harrison said. "I was at the store," Calvin said. "I was being friendly, making conversation. Miss Coleman became hostile." "Hostile how?" Harrison asked. "She raised her voice," Calvin said. "She told me to leave. When I tried to calm her down, she pushed me. I fell against the counter." Mari's breath caught. That wasn't what happened. That wasn't even close. "Were you injured?" Harrison asked. "Bruised," Calvin said, "and emotionally shaken. I've never been treated that way." Some people in the courtroom nodded. They believed him. Mari could see it. Reyes stood for cross-examination. His voice was steady. "Mr. Rourke," he said, "did you touch Miss Coleman?" "I may have touched her arm," Calvin said, gently, to get her attention. "And her wrist?" Reyes asked. Calvin hesitated, just for a second. "I don't recall," he said. "You don't recall grabbing her wrist?" Reyes asked. "I didn't grab her," Calvin said. "I was being friendly." Reyes sat down. He looked frustrated. Mari felt defeated. Then Mari was called to testify. She walked to the stand. Her legs felt weak. She swore to tell the truth. Her voice was quiet. "Miss Coleman," Reyes said, "tell us what happened." Mari told the truth. Calvin touched her arm. He grabbed her wrist. She pulled away. He stumbled. But when she spoke, her words landed differently than Calvin's. He was believed for saying less. She was doubted for saying more. Harrison cross-examined her. His questions were sharp, accusing. "Have you had conflicts with customers before?" he asked. "No," Mari said. "Are you sure?" he asked. "Yes," Mari said. "You seem angry, Miss Coleman," Harrison said. "I'm not angry." Mari said, "I'm telling the truth." "Your Honor," Harrison said, "the defendant's demeanor speaks for itself." Some people in the courtroom nodded again. Mari felt herself shrinking, disappearing. Eli watched his mother shrink under the weight of strangers' certainty. He watched her hands shake. He watched her try not to cry. He couldn't take it anymore. He stood up. His voice cracked. "Let go of my mom and I'll make you stand." Uninterrupted, laughter rippled through the courtroom. Quick, casual, careless. The sound hit Mari colder than any verdict could. Eli stood frozen. His small hands were fists. His face was flushed. He looked terrified and defiant at the same time. The bailiff stepped forward. His hand moved toward Eli. Judge Vale's gavel struck once, clean, final. The sound cut through the laughter and left silence in its place. "Bailiff," she said, "step back." The bailiff stopped. He looked confused, but he stepped back. Judge Vale looked at Eli, not with annoyance, not with pity, with recognition. "What's your name?" she asked. Her voice was gentle, but it carried authority. "Eli," he said. "Eli," Judge Vale said. "I need you to sit down. Can you do that?" "They're lying about my mom," Eli said. His voice was shaking, but he didn't sit. "I understand," Judge Vale said, "but this is a courtroom. We have rules." "Rules are supposed to be fair," Eli said. Something shifted in the judge's expression. Her eyes moved from Eli to Mari, then to Calvin, then to the prosecutor, then to the faces in the courtroom. She looked at them as if seeing them for the first time. "We're taking a brief recess," Judge Vale said. Her gavel struck again, softer this time. 15 minutes, she said. "The child will remain. He will be seated. He will be respected." The bailiff looked uncertain. The prosecutor looked annoyed. Calvin looked amused, but Judge Vale's face remained composed. Her wheelchair turned. She rolled toward her chambers. Mari pulled Eli close. She whispered to him. "You can't do that," she said. "You can't yell in court." "But Mama," Eli said, "they were hurting you." Mari's throat tightened. Her eyes burned. She didn't know what to say. Reyes leaned over. His voice was low. "Something just changed," he said. "What do you mean?" Mari asked. "The judge," Reyes said. "She saw something, in Eli, in you, in all of this." "Will it help?" Mari asked. "I don't know," Reyes said, "but it might." Mari looked at the closed chamber door. She felt something shift inside herself. Not hope exactly. Something harder, something angrier. She was done pleading. She was done shrinking. She was done trying to make herself small enough for this room to swallow. If they were going to judge her, she decided, they would have to see her first. Really see her. She would stop pleading to be seen. She would start insisting on it. In chambers, Judge Vale sat behind her desk. The room was smaller than Mari expected. Books lined the walls, legal texts, precedents, the weight of justice in bound volumes. "Mr. Reyes," Judge Vale said, "have you requested discovery?" Reyes shifted in his seat. His embarrassment showed before his words did. "I filed a request for workplace footage," he said, "but I haven't received a response." "When did you file it?" Judge Vale asked. 3 days ago, Reyes said. Judge Vale's expression stayed even, but Mari sensed a deeper fire. The judge wasn't interested in theater, only in what was true. "And incident reports?" Judge Vale asked. "I requested those as well," Reyes said. "Nothing yet." The prosecutor, Harrison, leaned forward. "Your Honor," he said, "this is a simple assault case. We don't need to complicate it." "I decide what we need," Judge Vale said. Her voice was quiet, but it carried weight. Harrison sat back. Mari held Eli on her lap. She whispered to him that he must stay calm, though she wasn't sure she could. "Miss Coleman," Judge Vale said, "tell me what happened. In your own words, no interruptions." Mari's breath caught. She looked at the judge. Judge Vale looked back. Her eyes found Mari's. There was something there. Understanding. Recognition. "He grabbed my wrist," Mari said. "Calvin Rourke. He grabbed it when I tried to walk away. I pulled free. He stumbled. That's all." "Did anyone see this?" Judge Vale asked. "People saw him stumble," Mari said, "but the counter blocked their view of his hand on my wrist." Judge Vale nodded. She made a note. "Your Honor," Harrison said, "Ms. Coleman's version conflicts with—" "I can read," Judge Vale said. "Mr. Reyes, you will formally request any workplace footage and incident reports. In writing. Today." Her voice made request sound like require. "Yes, Your Honor," Reyes said. "And Mr. Harrison," Judge Vale said, "you will ensure the prosecution cooperates, fully." "Of course," Harrison said, but his voice was tight, annoyed. We'll reconvene in 1 week, Judge Vale said. That gives everyone time to locate the necessary documentation. She looked at Mari. Something shifted in her expression. A question, a challenge. Miss Coleman, she said, do you have legal representation you trust? Mari looked at Reyes. He looked back. His eyes found hers. Yes, Mari said. Judge Vale nodded. The meeting ended. Mari left with Reyes. She was still frightened, but she wasn't alone anymore. Back in court, Harrison stood. His smile was practiced, professional, the kind that looked friendly but felt cold. Your Honor, he said, I object to this delay. The matter is straightforward. The defendant assaulted a respected citizen. Judge Vale looked at him. Her expression didn't change. Your objection is noted, she said, and overruled. But, Your Honor, Harrison said. Mr. Harrison, Judge Vale said, procedure will be followed. Evidence will be verified. The court will not reward performance. The silence hung between them, heavy, final. Calvin leaned back in his seat. He looked amused, as if delays only gave him more room to win, more time to spin the story his way. Mari noticed how easily the room returned to admiring him. Women smiled at him, men nodded. He was respected, believed, untouchable. Is there anything else? Judge Vale asked. No, Your Honor, Harrison said. His voice was stiff, defeated for now, but not finished. Then we're adjourned until next week. Judge Vale said. Same time. Mr. Reyes, I expect that documentation request on my desk by end of business today. Yes, Your Honor, Reyes said. The gavel struck. Everyone stood. Judge Vale rolled out. Her wheelchair moved with quiet dignity. In the hallway, Reyes turned to Mari. That was good, he said. What was good? Mari asked. The judge, Reyes said. She's giving us a chance. A chance to do what? Mari asked. To prove you're telling the truth, Reyes said. Mari felt something loosen in her chest. Not relief, not yet, but possibility. What if there's no footage? She asked. What if they destroyed it? Then we'll deal with that, Reyes said. But right now we have time. Eli tugged on Mari's sleeve. Mama, he said, the judge nice? Mari knelt down. She looked into his eyes. I think she's fair, Mari said. And right now, that's better than nice. They walked out together. The courthouse steps felt different going down than they had going up. Lighter, somehow. But Calvin watched them leave. His smile was gone. His eyes were calculating. Mari felt his gaze on her back. The fight wasn't over. It was just beginning. 3 weeks. The next day, Reyes visited Mari's workplace. The manager, Graham, met him in the parking lot. His smile was polite, but his eyes were guarded. Mr. Reyes, Graham said, what can I do for you? I'm here to request security footage, Reyes said. From 3 days ago, the incident involving Marcia Coleman and Calvin Rourke. Graham's expression didn't change, but something shifted behind his eyes. I'll need to check with the owner, he said. Calvin Rourke owns the building, Reyes said. That's correct, Graham said. So you'll need to check with the man who filed the complaint, Reyes said, to get footage of the incident he's complaining about. The silence stretched between them. Graham looked uncomfortable. I'll look into it, he said. When? Reyes asked. Soon, Graham said. I have a court order, Reyes said. The footage needs to be preserved. He handed Graham the document. Graham took it. He barely looked at it. We'll cooperate fully, Graham said. But every word sounded like a door closing softly. Inside the store, Mari sat in the break room during her lunch shift. Her co-workers spoke around her, not to her, about weekend plans, about the weather, about anything except what had happened. She was invisible, radioactive, both at the same time. After work, she picked up Eli from the neighbor's apartment. Mrs. Santos was kind, but even her kindness felt careful, measured. How are you holding up? Mrs. Santos asked. Fine, Mari said. If you need anything, Mrs. Santos said. But she didn't finish the sentence. Mari understood. There were limits to kindness, especially when it might cost something. At home, Eli sat at the kitchen table. He was quiet, too quiet. "What's wrong, baby?" Mari asked. "Do people hate us?" he asked. Mari's throat tightened. She wanted to say no. She wanted to lie. She wanted to protect him. "No," she said. "They don't hate us." But the lie tasted bitter. Eli looked at her. His eyes found hers. He knew she wasn't telling the truth. That evening, Reyes called. His voice was tense. "The incident report has been withdrawn," he said. "What does that mean?" Mari asked. "It means someone made it disappear," Reyes said. "Graham claims there was never a formal report filed." Mari felt the system tightening around her. Invisible hands pulling invisible strings. "What about the footage?" she asked. "They're still looking into it," Reyes said, which meant they were stalling, or destroying, or both. At the courthouse, Daisy Hargrove overheard a conversation. She was filing documents in the hallway. The prosecutor's assistant stood near Calvin's attorney. Their voices were low, but not low enough. "We need to keep this clean," the attorney said. "It's already clean," the assistant said. "Simple assault, open and shut." "The judge is asking questions," the attorney said. "That's not good." "Veil's always difficult," the assistant said. "But she can't create evidence that doesn't exist." They walked away. Daisy stood frozen. Her hands shook. She told herself it wasn't her business, the way she always did, the way everyone did. But Eli's small voice kept echoing in her mind. "Let go of my mom and I'll make you stand." Later that day, Daisy checked the case file. She did it casually, as if she were just organizing, but her heart pounded. She found a chain of custody log. It showed when evidence was received, when it was filed, when it was accessed. There was a timestamp that didn't match the court's intake record, off by 3 hours. Daisy's stomach turned. She felt sick. This wasn't just negligence. This was intentional. She looked around. No one was watching. She made a copy. Her hands fumbled with the machine. "Daisy?" a voice said. She jumped. Her supervisor stood in the doorway. "Just organizing," Daisy said. Her voice was too bright, too guilty. "Good," the supervisor said. "We need to stay on top of things." He walked away. Daisy exhaled. She slipped the copy into her purse. That night she stared at it. The timestamps, the discrepancy, the quiet fear she didn't have language for. She could report it. She could tell Judge Vale. She could do the right thing. But doing the right thing had consequences. Jobs were lost, reputations were ruined, lives were upended. Daisy locked the file drawer more carefully than usual, as if guilt could be contained by a key. At home, Mari made lists: rent, groceries, legal notes. She tried to turn panic into something organized, something manageable. The rent was due in 2 weeks. She had enough, barely. If her hours didn't get cut again, she rehearsed testimony in her head. She trimmed emotion from her words. Because she knew emotion would be used against her. Anger meant aggressive. Tears meant unstable. Calm meant cold. There was no way to win, only ways to lose more slowly. Eli appeared in the doorway. He held his stuffed elephant, the one he'd had since he was 2. "Mama," he said, "did I do something wrong? At the courthouse?" Mari's chest tightened. She pulled him close. "No, baby," she said. "You did something brave." "But everyone laughed," Eli said. "I know," Mari said. She felt angry at the laughter, at the system, at the way her son had to learn this lesson so young. "Will they take me away?" Eli asked. Mari's breath caught. The question terrified her, because it was possible. If she got convicted, if they decided she was unfit. "No," she said, "I won't let that happen." But she worried bravery might cost them everything. That night, Mary lay awake. She listened for imagined knocks, police, social services, eviction notices. Every sound was a threat. Every silence was waiting. The next morning, a letter arrived. Mary opened it with shaking hands. It was from her workplace. Her hours were being reduced. Pending review of workplace conduct. The language was professional. Neutral. But the message was clear. She was being punished. Mary called Reyes. Her voice was calm, but her hands shook. "They cut my hours," she said. "That's retaliation," Reyes said. "It's illegal." "Can we prove it?" Mary asked. The silence stretched. She knew the answer. "I'll document it," Reyes said, "for later." Later, when the damage was already done, when she'd already lost her apartment, her son, her dignity. Mari hung up. She stared at the letter. The professional language. The quiet cruelty. This was how they did it. Not with violence, with paperwork, with process, with the slow erosion of everything she'd built. 2 days later, Reyes called. His voice was careful, the way people sounded when they were about to disappoint you. "The prosecutor offered a plea deal," he said. Mari felt her stomach drop. "What kind of deal?" she asked. "Probation," Reyes said. 6 months. Anger management classes. No jail time. The words landed cold, clinical, as if her truth didn't matter. "I didn't do anything," Mari said. "I know," Reyes said. "Then why are they offering a deal?" Mari asked. "Because trials are expensive," Reyes said, "and unpredictable. This way, everyone moves on." "Everyone except me," Mari said. The silence hung between them, heavy with what wasn't being said. "If I take this deal," Mari said, "what happens to Eli?" "Nothing," Reyes said. "You keep custody, you keep your job, you move on." "With a criminal record?" Mari said. "It would be sealed," Reyes said. "Eventually." Eventually, the word felt hollow. "What if we go to trial?" Mari asked. Reyes exhaled. She could hear him choosing his words. "Then we fight," he said. "But I can't promise we'll win." "What are the odds?" Mari asked. "Honestly," Reyes said, "without footage or witnesses, it's your word against Calvin's. And Calvin is believed," Mari said. "Yes," Reyes said. Mari pictured it, signing away the truth, teaching Eli that lying was the price of peace. "That justice was something you bargained for." "No," she said. "Mari," Reyes said. "I said no," Mari said. "I'm not pleading guilty to something I didn't do." Her voice was quiet, but firm. The refusal seemed to straighten her spine. "Okay," Reyes said. "Then we fight." "You don't have to sound happy about it," Mari said. "I'm not happy," Reyes said. "I'm terrified, but I respect your choice." Something shifted in his voice, shame giving way to determination. "I'll fight harder," he said. "I promise." Mari hung up. She felt exhausted, but also lighter. Hope sometimes begins as a decision, not a feeling. Judge Vale ordered verification of courthouse intake video and any hallway footage related to the day Mari was served and processed. In court, Harrison stood. His expression was apologetic, but his eyes were calculating. "Your Honor," he said, "I'm afraid there's a problem with the footage request." "What problem?" Judge Vale asked. "The system experienced errors," Harrison said. "Technical issues. The footage from that day doesn't exist." Mari's chest tightened. She felt the truth slipping away. "All of it?" Judge Vale asked. "Yes, Your Honor," Harrison said. "Unfortunately." Calvin smirked. Mari saw it, just for a second. Then his face returned to neutral, respectful, innocent. Judge Vale's expression didn't change, but something hardened in her eyes. "Technical issues," she said. "Yes, Your Honor," Harrison said. "How convenient," Judge Vale said. The words landed sharp. Harrison shifted uncomfortably. In the back of the courtroom, Daisy listened. Her heart pounded. She knew about the backup server, the one nobody remembered. The old system that archived everything automatically. She was tasked with checking storage logs. Part of her job. Routine maintenance. That afternoon, she sat at her computer. Her hands shook as she clicked through folders, half expecting the truth to vanish the moment she looked at it. External drives, old backups, systems that predated the current infrastructure. And then she found it. A reference to a backup server. Dated, forgotten. But there, her breath caught. She clicked the folder. Files appeared. Video files, organized by date and camera number. Hallway cam 3. The date matched. The time matched. Daisy stared at the screen. Her hands trembled. This was it. This was the truth they said didn't exist. She could open it. She could watch it. She could know. Or she could close the folder, walk away, keep her job, keep her safety. Daisy whispered a single word. Oh. Daisy told herself she would just inform the judge. That's all. Just pass along the information. Let someone else decide what to do with it. But before she could, her supervisor appeared. His smile was unusual, too friendly. Daisy, he said, what are you working on? Her throat went dry. She minimized the window. Just checking storage logs, she said. Routine maintenance. Find anything interesting? He asked. The question felt loaded. Dangerous. No, Daisy lied. Nothing. Her voice was too bright, too defensive. The supervisor's smile sharpened, as if recognizing fear, as if feeding on it. Good, he said. Let me know if you do. He walked away. Daisy exhaled. Her hands were shaking. That evening, Reyes called Mari. His voice was cautious. But there was something underneath. Optimism, carefully controlled. I heard something, he said, from someone at the courthouse. What? Mari asked. There might be footage, Reyes said. Old backup system. Nobody thought to check it. Mari's breath caught. Hope flared in her chest. Dangerous, fragile. Are you sure? She asked. No, Reyes said, but I'm checking. Don't get your hopes up yet. Too late, Mari said. She hung up. She pulled Eli close. She whispered a promise she wasn't sure she could keep. We might be okay, baby, she said. Eli looked up at her. His eyes found hers. I knew you didn't do it, he said. I always knew. Mari's throat tightened. She hugged him harder. But that night, Daisy returned to her desk. After hours, when the building was empty. She opened the backup folder. She needed to see the file, to confirm it was really there. The folder loaded. Empty. Daisy's heart stopped. She refreshed. Still empty. The file was gone. Deleted. Erased. Someone had been watching. Someone had known. Daisy sat in the dark. Her hands shook. Her breath came in short gasps. They had taken the truth right out from under her. And now she was the only one who knew it had ever existed. The next morning, Daisy arrived at Judge Vale's chambers. Her hands shook as she knocked. Her voice sounded smaller than she wanted. Come in, Judge Vale called. Daisy entered. The judge sat at her desk, papers spread before her. Her eyes found Daisy's immediately. Miss Hargrove, Judge Vale said. What can I do for you? Your Honor, Daisy said, I need to report something. Her throat was dry. The words felt dangerous. Sit, Judge Vale said. Please. Daisy sat. She told Judge Vale about the backup folder, the video file, the date, the camera number, and how it disappeared. Judge Vale's face stayed composed, but her eyes hardened. When did this happen, she asked. Yesterday evening, Daisy said. I checked in the afternoon. The file was there. I came back after hours. It was gone. Did you tell anyone about it? Judge Vale asked. My supervisor asked what I was working on, Daisy said. I told him nothing, but I think he knew I was lying. Something shifted in Judge Vale's expression. Understanding and anger. Thank you for telling me, she said. I know this wasn't easy. What happens now? Daisy asked. Now I order an immediate IT audit, Judge Vale said, and preservation of all server logs. That afternoon, court reconvened. Harrison stood. His expression was carefully neutral. Your Honor, he said, this audit seems unnecessary. We've already confirmed the footage doesn't exist. Necessary is not decided by convenience, Judge Vale said. Her voice was calm, but the courtroom felt colder. I'm ordering a full IT audit, she said. All servers, all backups, all access logs. Harrison's jaw tightened. Calvin's smile faded slightly. Mari felt despair creeping back. Even the truth could be erased if powerful hands moved fast enough. They'd already done it once. Your Honor, Harrison said, this will take time. Then will take time. Judge Vale said. I'm scheduling an emergency evidentiary hearing for tomorrow morning, 9 a.m., no delays. Her gavel struck. Final, absolute. Mari looked at Reyes. His eyes found hers. Is this good? She whispered. I don't know, he said, but it's something. Outside, Mari felt the weight of tomorrow. One more day, one more chance, or one more disappointment. Outside the courtroom, Mari walked toward the exit. Eli held her hand. His grip was tight, protective. Calvin appeared in the hallway. He moved toward them, casual, unhurried. Marcia, he said. His voice was low, friendly to anyone not listening closely. Mari stopped. Her chest tightened. Mr. Rourke, she said. Calvin smiled. It didn't reach his eyes. I heard your hours got reduced, he said. That's unfortunate. Yes, Mari said. She kept her voice steady, professional, the way she'd learned. These things happen, Calvin said. Reduced hours can become unemployment. Unemployment can become custody issues. Simple cause and effect. The threat was clear, spoken gently, wrapped in concern. Mari felt angry, but she swallowed it. Anger was ammunition. Is there something you want? She asked. Just offering advice, Calvin said. Sometimes it's better to accept things, move on, protect what matters. He looked at Eli. The meaning was clear. Reyes stepped between them. His voice was firm. Mr. Rourke, he said, I need you to step back. Calvin smiled. He raised his hands in mock surrender. I'm just talking, he said. No law against conversation. There are laws against intimidation, Reyes said. Intimidation? Calvin said. I was being friendly. He looked around. Other people watched. Lawyers, court staff. All of them saw a respectable man being accused. I think you're paranoid, Calvin said to Reyes, but I'll leave you alone, for now. He walked away, confident, untouchable. Eli looked up at Mari. His face was flushed, angry. I hate him, Eli whispered. I know, baby, Mari said. Me too. Mari had to hold herself still. She had to keep from giving the town what it expected. The angry black woman, the aggressive defendant. She walked out. Reyes followed. That was a threat, he said. I know, Mari said. I'll document it, Reyes said. Will it matter? Mari asked. Reyes didn't answer. They both knew. Words only mattered when people wanted to hear them. At home, Mari found a note on her door from the landlord. Call me. Urgent. Mari called the landlord. Her hands shook as she dialed. Ms. Goldman, he said. Thanks for calling. His voice was apologetic, but firm. What's wrong? Mari asked. People are talking, he said. About the court case, about the accusations. Mari's stomach dropped. I haven't been convicted of anything, she said. I understand that, he said, but perception matters. Other tenants are concerned. Concerned about what? Mari asked. Safety, he said. Stability. The words landed cold. Mari understood. Stability was a privilege. It could be revoked by rumor. What do you need? She asked. Can you pay next month's rent early? He asked. Just to avoid problems. How early? Mari asked. This week, he said. Mari calculated quickly. With her reduced hours, paying early meant no groceries, no buffer, no safety net. I'll see what I can do, she said. I appreciate it, he said. I'm trying to help you here. But his help felt conditional, expensive. Mari called Reyes. Her voice was steady, but barely. My landlord wants early rent, she said, because of the case. That's discrimination, Reyes said. Can we prove it? Mari asked. The silence stretched. They both knew the answer. I'm applying for emergency assistance, Reyes said, and I'll write a letter, asserting your employment and custody responsibility. Will that help? Mari asked. Maybe, Reyes said, but he looked uncertain. Even he didn't know how much paper could shield her. That evening, Judge Vale reviewed the case file, late into the night. She refused to let exhaustion become an excuse. She read Daisy's statement, the deleted file, the access logs, the pattern emerging. This wasn't negligence. This was intentional, protected, systematic. Judge Vale made notes. She prepared questions. She would not let this case disappear quietly. At home, Mari tucked Eli into bed. He looked up at her. His eyes found hers. "Mama," he said, "are they going to take me away?" Mari's breath caught. The question terrified her, because it was possible. "No," she said, "I won't let them take you." She whispered a promise she wasn't sure she could keep, but she meant it with everything she had. Sense of urgency. The emergency hearing began at 9 a.m. The courtroom was full. People sensed something was happening. Young, nervous, his hands shook as he was sworn in. "Tell us what you found," Judge Vale said. "Someone accessed the backup server after hours," he said, using administrative credentials. "When?" Judge Vale asked. "2 days ago," he said, "around 8 p.m. "What was accessed?" Judge Vale asked. "Video files," he said, "from the hallway cameras, dated to match this case." "And these files?" Judge Vale asked. "Deleted," he said. The courtroom murmured. Harrison stood quickly. "Your Honor," he said, "this could be routine maintenance. IT departments delete old files regularly." "At 8 p.m.?" Judge Vale asked. "On files relevant to an active case?" Harrison's jaw tightened, but he pressed on. "Coincidence," he said. "Or tampering," Judge Vale said. Mari felt the room drifting back toward not enough proof. That familiar undertow. Even with the testimony. Even with the timestamps. "Your Honor," Ray said, "without the footage itself, we have circumstantial evidence. Strong circumstantial evidence. But not conclusive," Harrison said. Judge Vale looked at the technician. "Can deleted files be recovered?" she asked. "Sometimes," he said, "if they haven't been overwritten." "I want a forensic recovery attempted," Judge Vale said, "immediately." "Your Honor," Harrison said, "that will take weeks." "Then Miss Coleman will wait," Judge Vale said, free on her own recognizance. Calvin's expression darkened. For the first time, he looked worried. "Your Honor," Harrison said, "I must object. This is highly irregular." "So is evidence tampering," Judge Vale said. Her voice was quiet, but it carried weight. "I'm warning everyone in this courtroom," she said. "Evidence tampering will be investigated, fully, and those responsible will be held accountable." But Mari saw how easily consequences could become later, and later could become never. Judge Vale sat alone in chambers after court. She stared at the access log, the deleted files, the pattern of protection. She realized the corruption wasn't incidental. It was woven into the system, maintained, defended, and she would have to tear it all down to find the truth. Daisy couldn't sleep. Her conscience no longer allowed it. She kept seeing Eli's face, hearing his voice. "Let go of my mom." At 4 a.m. she gave up. She got dressed, she drove to the courthouse. The building was dark, empty, but Daisy had keys. Access. She went to the old storage room, the one nobody used anymore. Boxes of outdated equipment, old drives, systems replaced years ago. Her hands trembled as she searched. Dust covered everything. Then she found it. An external drive, labeled with outdated tags, from before the server upgrade. The clerk's office used it for automatic backups. Before the new system, before anyone remembered it existed, Daisy plugged it into her computer. Her breath caught. Files appeared, organized by date, by camera, by time. She scrolled. Her hands shook. And there it was. Hallway Cam 3. The correct date, the correct time. One file remained. An automatic archive, created by an old system nobody remembered to delete. Daisy's eyes burned. She wanted to cry, to laugh, to scream. She copied the file 3 times, different drives, different locations. Then she brought it directly to Judge Vale, before her supervisor arrived, before anyone could stop her. She knocked on the judge's chambers at 7 a.m. Judge Vale answered, still in yesterday's clothes, still working. "Ms. Hargrove," she said, "you're early." "I found it," Daisy said. Her voice shook. But it was steady enough. "Found what?" Judge Vale asked. "The footage," Daisy said. The real footage, from a drive nobody remembered. She handed Judge Vale the drive. The judge took it. Her eyes found Daisy's. "Thank you," Judge Vale said. The words landed quiet, but they felt huge. Absolution, recognition, respect. "I should have done this sooner," Daisy said. "You did it now," Judge Vale said. "That's what matters." Judge Vale ordered court to reconvene immediately. Emergency session. No delays. She instructed that the file be entered into evidence, under strict chain of custody. Witnessed, documented, protected. Quote, "The courtroom filled quickly. Word had spread. Something was happening. Mari sat at the defense table, Eli beside her, Reyes on her other side. Her heart pounded. "All rise," the bailiff called. Judge Vale entered. Her face was composed, but something burned behind her eyes. "Be seated," she said. "We have new evidence to review." Harrison stood. His expression was carefully neutral, but Mari saw panic underneath. "Your Honor," he said. "What evidence?" "Security footage," Judge Vale said. "From the courthouse hallway, the day Miss Coleman was served." Calvin's smile disappeared. His attorney leaned over, whispered urgently. The screen lowered. The lights dimmed. The video played, black and white, grainy, but clear enough. Calvin stood close to Mari, too close. His hand reached out. His fingers closed around her wrist. Mari pulled away. Her face showed fear, not anger, fear. Calvin stumbled, but only after she'd already stepped back, after she'd already freed herself. His fall was performance, exaggerated, calculated. The room that once laughed went silent, complete silence. The kind that feels like the building itself is listening. Mari's chest loosened. She felt air enter her lungs, real air, for the first time in weeks. Harrison stood quickly. "Your Honor," he said, "this footage lacks context. We can't see what happened before." "We can see exactly what happened," Judge Vale said. Her voice was steady, precise, final. "The footage shows Mr. Rourke initiating physical contact," she said. "It shows Miss Coleman withdrawing. It shows Mr. Rourke's subsequent fall occurring after she had already created distance." She looked at the prosecutor, then at Calvin, then at the courtroom. "This is not assault," she said. "This is self-defense." Harrison objected rapidly, but Judge Vale overruled with steady precision, emphasizing authenticity, timestamps, corroborating logs. Reyes stood. His voice was gentle. "Miss Coleman," he said, "is that what happened?" Mari looked at him, then at the judge, then at Eli. "Yes," she said, finally, after everything, without fear that yes would be twisted. Calvin's smile was gone, replaced by panic he couldn't charm away. Reyes presented workplace notes, prior informal complaints, things Graham had buried, things the system had ignored. A witness came forward, a woman who worked with Mari, someone who had been scared until she saw the footage. "I saw Calvin grab her," she said. "I was afraid to say anything. He owns the building. I need my job." Her voice broke, but she continued. "I'm sorry," she said to Mari. "I should have spoken up sooner." Mari nodded. She understood. Fear had its reasons. Daisy testified next, about the altered logs, about the missing files, about her own long habit of looking away. "I told myself it wasn't my business," she said. "But it was. It always was." Her voice broke only once, when she mentioned Eli's words. "Let go of my mom." "That's when I knew I had to do something," she said. "A child shouldn't have to fight alone." The bailiff, Tom Granger, was called. He looked uncomfortable, ashamed. "I need to correct an earlier statement," he said, "about Miss Coleman's behavior during intake." "Go on," Judge Vale said. "I said she was agitated," Granger said. "But that was my interpretation. I see now I interpreted her fear through bias, through authority. She wasn't aggressive. She was scared." Judge Vale nodded. She framed each testimony carefully, keeping the court from turning into spectacle, ensuring dignity remained central. Finally, she spoke. "The charges against Marcia Coleman are dismissed," she said. With prejudice. Mari's breath caught. Eli grabbed her hand. Furthermore, Judge Vale said, I am referring this matter for investigation, evidence tampering, witness intimidation, abuse of authority. She looked at Calvin. Mr. Rourke, she said, you are ordered to have no contact with Miss Coleman. No direct contact. No indirect contact. No contact through third parties. Your Honor, Calvin's attorney said. This is final, Judge Vale said. Violation will result in contempt charges. Her gavel struck. The sound echoed. Calvin's power punctured in public, where he couldn't patch it. People stared, whispered. The man they'd believed was suddenly the man they questioned. Mari stood. Her legs felt weak, but she stood. Mari walked out of the courthouse, holding Eli's hand. The winter air was sharp, clean, as if the world had been washed. The steps felt different going down, lighter, solid. People looked at her differently, not all with kindness, but with something new, uncertainty, perhaps even respect, because the old story no longer fit. Reyes caught up with them. His tie was still crooked, but he was smiling. You did it, he said. We did it, Mari said. What happens now, he asked. Now I go back to work, Mari said. I pay my rent, I raise my son. Just another Tuesday, Reyes said. Just another Tuesday, Mari said. But it wasn't. They both knew. Something had changed. Not just in the case, in the town, in the system. Judge Vale watched from the doorway, still seated, still strong. Her eyes found Mari's. They nodded to each other. Recognition, respect, solidarity. Daisy stood nearby. Her hands were no longer shaking. She looked different, lighter, free. Thank you, Mari said to her. I should have done it sooner, Daisy said. You did it when it mattered, Mari said. Continue. Eli tugged on Mari's sleeve. Mama, he said, will the judge understand? Mari looked back at Judge Vale, at the wheelchair, at the quiet dignity. Some people stand in ways the eye can't measure, Mari said. Eli thought about this. His face was serious. I think she's the tallest person I know, he said. Mari smiled. Her throat tightened. Me too, baby, she said. Me too. 6 months later, Mari still worked at the same store. Graham had been replaced. The new manager was fair, professional. She got her hours back. Calvin Rourke sold several properties. The investigation was ongoing. His reputation had cracked. Not destroyed, but damaged, publicly. People still talked, but differently now, with questions, with doubt. Daisy transferred to a different department. She testified in 3 more cases, always for the truth, never for the comfortable lie. Reyes took on more cases. He stopped being tired before they started. He remembered why he'd become a lawyer. Judge Vale continued her work, quietly, firmly, demanding truth from systems built to avoid it. On a Tuesday evening, Mari picked up Eli from school. The same route, the same bus stop, the same neighbors. But Mrs. Chen's smile reached her eyes now. Mr. Patterson waved, really waved. At home, Eli did his homework at the kitchen table. Mari made dinner. Simple things, normal things. Mama, Eli said, do you think we'll be okay? Mari looked at him. His eyes found hers. She felt grateful, tired, peaceful. We already are, she said. That night, Mari stood at her window. The town spread below. Lights in windows, lives continuing. She thought about the courthouse, the judge, the gavel, the truth finally heard. Justice hadn't been granted. It had been insisted upon, fought for, won. Not with violence, not with revenge, but with courage, with witnesses, with people choosing to see. Mari felt whole, not healed, not unmarked, but whole. She looked at the stars. They didn't look like strangers anymore. The end.